Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character reader by me. But before we get into the video, I want to explain something real quick. I know a lot of you have been asking me to do Demon Slayer more and I'm trying my best. But I see things by the way people view it and I see that Genshin has a lot of more views. So it seems like more people watch Genshin, therefore more people want Genshin. But I don't want to deprive you all of Demon Slayer, so I'm gonna do it too. But like, it's complicated, but I'm explaining the reasoning why there are less Demon Slayer videos. So I hope you understand and don't hate me for it. There are still gonna be more, just like this one. I love you all, and I truly try to listen to everyone. I'm trying my best. Anyway, let's beat the no Demon Slayer allegations right now. Yeah, Giyuu. Giyuu's actually just really soft for you. And you're planning to get married. But maybe you're just thinking about it too much. And that's why you were going overboard with this idea. And when you brought his friends over, you were just so excited, so in love. And when you were just talking to him normally, and you went to get something, you told him, "Hey, Giyuu, my husband, love, could you just get this for me?" And he stared at you, blushing. "You're what?" Nothing. Could you just... "Oh, you called him your husband?" his friend said. And now the two of you were just blushing brightly, staring at one another while your friends just teased you. But deep inside, even as embarrassed as he was, Giyuu just really loved the nickname. Or not exactly a nickname. He just liked the idea of being your husband, of you seeing him that way. And after they left, he shyly asked you to call him that again. And he couldn't want to get married to you any faster. Rengoku. Rengoku and you were just going to get married this week, which meant that you were excited. So excited, and you couldn't wait to call your husband any sooner. Because today, when you were cooking, and you put the food on the table, you asked him, "Hey, do you like it, dear husband?" And he just looked up at you, stunned, and you blushed brightly, looking away. "Right, we're not married yet. Maybe next week." But then he got off the table, completely ignoring the food in front of him, and wrapped his arms around you tightly, kissing you. "How about we start now, my dear wife?" He just loved you so much, and hearing husband just come out from your lips was the best moment in his entire life. Obanai. Obanai and you were actually married, but you weren't just used to using nicknames or calling each other husband and wife. But it wasn't like you were married for a long time either. You were just married like a month ago. Still, neither of you were courageous enough to do this until somehow you said it. When he asked you about your friend and about something so insignificant, and you answered, "Well, I told her that my husband wouldn't like me wearing that dress, so that's why I didn't buy it. But just because he didn't like your taste, that's all." You laughed, but he was so focused with you, and then you noticed what you said. "Oh, Obanai, is something wrong?" he said, a little bit hesitant, because Obanai was really slow with the way he took things. But then he just blushed, shaking his head and looking down. Though you couldn't say it yet, he wanted you to say it more. And you did. Because you and Obanai understood each other so well, and you tested it out more. And whenever you would say it, a soft, fond smile would appear on his lips. And that was the best reward that you would get from doing anything in your life. Sanemi. Sanemi and you were kind of a little bit mean to each other. And in a good sense. But that didn't mean that you didn't have nicknames or inside jokes. And one particular inside joke between the two of you was you calling him husband and him calling you wife. though you were not married yet and didn't know when you would marry. But accidentally, you slipped up and called him, "Hey, husband, do you want a drink with me too?" in front of everyone at the party. And then all eyes were on you too. And he just shook his head, looking at you, an intense glare that made you freeze in your place. And the two of you were teased endlessly that night. But after, he told you that he wanted to marry you, so you could call him husband in public like that again. He was a really possessive bastard, in a good way. He just loved you calling him your husband. It made him feel like that you were his, in a way that nothing else made him feel that. So he couldn't wait just to get married to you. He was going to do it real soon, just so you'd do that again, and everyone in the vicinity would know just who was your lover, and your husband too. Tengen. Yeah, Tengen probably married you really fast, though he has called you wife occasionally. The first time you called him husband really caught him off guard. He was so in love with the way the name rolled off your tongue. And when he said it first, he just wrapped his arms around you, utterly entranced, and kissed you. He kissed those sweet lips that made him feel like his heart was on fire, and told you to say it again, and kissed you one more time, and again, and again. He was so deeply in love, and he felt like he was on a drug or something. He just made his heart race in a way that nothing else made him. And maybe, if you called him husband more, then he would kiss you like that again. So, play your cards right. If you want him to be extremely affectionate, just start calling him husband. And there's no way in hell he'd be able to resist you that way. It was a trick, and he was extremely weak for it. Muichiro. Muichiro and you met when you were a little bit older. He was 16, and you were about his age. So, though you had loved each other for a while, you were just dying to get married. And maybe it was just because of the fantasies that you've heard about marriage, how wonderful it could be. But you had decided to do it when you were a little bit older. Maybe when you were 20 or something. And the two of you waited. But didn't listen from your love for each other or something. You still loved each other. And you were waiting for that one moment. And when you were 17, you jokingly called him your husband. And then he blushed brightly, staring at you. "Your what?" "My husband. What's wrong with that?" He shook his head, blushing and looking at the floor. "Nothing. Nothing's wrong with that." And from the way he was saying it, he sounded so in love, so starstruck. And he looked at you with a soft smile, so innocent and lovely. "It sounds wonderful, Mayan. I really hope I can become your husband one day, and that you can become my wife. Yeah, go kiss him. He needs to be kissed right now. He was too adorable, and he was going to kill you with his cuteness one day."